Hello everyone. Today we are looking at a vintage Conn saxophone. It's an alto. This particular horn is a 1924 Conn New Wonder Series 1 in silver plating with the gold wash bell. This is actually my first Conn Alto saxophone in my collection that I ever got. And this one, when I originally got it, it was very severely tarnished, and basically the finish, it was like black and gray and just really dirty. And I really had no idea what exactly the finish was going to turn out to look like. I just got it because I really like the way these old Conns look, and I'm just really passionate about vintage saxophones. And I was excited to get this, and next thing I knew, when I cleaned it up, I hand polished everything here with the Haggerty silver polish, and it came up beautifully. I mean, everything on here. I'm gonna get this case out of the way, and you can see everything on this horn is just really nice and clean. If we look at the other side here, you can see the only wear spots, these guards tend to get worn because it's a thin, small area that constantly gets rubbed against. I've seen some horns that look like they were hardly out of the case and had that wear there. So I don't know if just sitting in the case over the years, if that can happen. I don't know what it is, but there's a few areas like that. But other than that, though, the majority of the body of the horn is in excellent physical condition. There's no big dents anywhere. There's a couple tiny little dimples on it, but barely noticeable. The one strange thing on this horn is right on the bell. Let me see if I can get this to come into focus. There's a spot right on the bell there. There it is. That has this wear through. It's down to the bare brass. It went through the gold, through the silver, and down to the brass. I don't know why that's there. It's just kind of an odd place for wear to occur. My only thought originally was, I thought to myself, oh, maybe from somebody reaching into the case like this to grab the horn out. But it's on the opposite side that you would do that. So I really don't know what could have caused that mark. But other than that, it's very clean. And it's been repadded now. It has white root pads on here with flat stainless steel resonators. Let's see if I can get them to come in. Yep. And I'll show you the engraving if I can get a nice clear picture of it. This is just pretty much the standard 1924 engraving for these New Wonders. They did change over the years gradually. Some of the way that the font looks changed over time, so you can kind of see it. But some of these horns, the difference between the shiny part and the satin, sometimes they're kind of weak the way that they transition, but this horn has really clean cut lines. I love how this looks. It's just really cool. It reminds me of a proof coin with the mirror fields and then the really frosty satin devices on the coin. Same thing with this saxophone, the way these engravings are. And of course, this has the rolled tone holes, like all these old Conns had. And I have this set up, the key tensions, being that this is a New Wonder Series 1, some of these keys, they can feel a little awkward if they're sprung real heavily. And I think that's usually people that complain about these old horns. I mean, they definitely don't feel like a modern Selmer or Yamaha, but the way that these horns feel good for me is I like light key tensions so that it doesn't take a lot of effort to push the key. For me, I like something that is really quick and free feeling and positive. When you push it, it just feels snappy and positive to for the action. And I enjoy playing this horn a lot. It really has a nice big sound. It just for a Series 1, I've heard different things. Some people actually like the Series 1 horns more than the Series 2s. You know, obviously it's all opinion based. Different people like different things. But I definitely have no complaints. If I was to complain about anything about this horn, it would probably be these palm keys. The palm keys on these, you know, they got these posts under here, these standoff posts, and they're not really the best shape. They're kind of low. The Series 2s are definitely a nicer designed palm key. The G sharp, it's weird. Some people like these, some people don't. I really don't mind the smooth G sharp. My finger doesn't really slide off of it too often. Every now and then, sometimes I might miss it. But the nail file, or the knurled one on the Series 2s, it's a flat front, where this, it's actually like a radius. It's rounded, and if it was smooth but flat, it might be a little bit better. But it's still not too difficult to get around on, though. I actually prefer these, this style pinky table. I like being able to roll right across, go from C sharp to B flat. I just find it, and then this gives you a lot more leverage to close B flat nice and positive. And I really like that about these. Excuse me. And what am I going to say? Yeah, and the other thing I hear a lot about these horns is people complaining about the brass being really, really soft, and they just pick up the horn, and you know, the keys bend right under their fingers just by picking it up. And I really can't say I've ever had that kind of experience with these old Conns. I own quite a few of them, and I've never had any bend. I mean, you know, the brass is soft. I will say it's softer than modern horns, and to me it's easier to work into shape if something gets bent. If you're trying to fix a key or straighten a key, it's really easy to work with. But if you have nice light key tensions, there's no reason for any of this stuff to bend. Like, I've never ever had any of these keys bend from just normal playing. Unless you really grip this tight, there's no reason for it to bend. But anyway, these old Conns, you know, a lot of people like them. They really just, they're full of a lot of, I like to say, saxophone personality. They have so many cool details on them. You know, you've even got these little pivot screw locks right here, little grub screws. You know, I mean, they can be a pain if they get rusted in there, but I kind of like the idea of them, because if you have any kind of play in this key, you can simply loosen that screw, and you can just adjust the pivot screw until you have no more motion, and it still moves free. So it's really convenient. I kind of like the design of it. But you know, I've got the earlier style teardrop shaped octave mechanism here, and trying to see what else. I mean, the octave mechanism really didn't change much on these, unless you get to the really early ones, 1921 or so, maybe older than that. They were a little bit different, but from around 22 and up, they pretty much stayed the same. But yeah, that's about all I really have for this. It's just a fun horn. I really enjoy playing it, and it's beautiful. To me, these saxophones are a work of art. I mean, they make nice music too, but they're just a thing of beauty. I love to look at them and appreciate the craftsmanship that went into these in the 1920s. Absolutely outstanding work. So thank you for watching. Oh wait, before I go, I'll show you the neck. Let's see if it's going to focus. This is the original neck. Really good plating on here, no dents. These posts sometimes get pushed in if the neck gets dropped. This one's nice and clean. One thing I noticed, this neck has a number 2 right here. I'm not sure what that number 2 is for, what that means. I don't know if they had different design necks or something, but I've never seen that on any other Conn. And then this tenon is actually conical on the inside. So the wall thickness here, the outside is the same diameter, but the inside is conical. So you have to be aware of that if you do any tenon work on these. And then real quick, I have the original, I didn't polish or clean any of this, original Conn Eagle mouthpiece, which is a super huge chamber. I don't know if I can even catch this on camera, probably not. Chamber is absolutely enormous. So yeah, it's hard to really see it in this lighting. And then this is the original cap, silver plated, silver ligature. So, well, hope you enjoyed seeing this up close view of the vintage Conn. Thank you for watching.